Hello, everybody. We're back. It took us a while after the Color Weight interview to make it back. I was hoping to come back at least two more times. We'll see how it goes. This might be our last time for the night, but we had to get home and fix some dinner. And now we're settled after that. We're ready to just give you an update on things. So, yeah, we were on our local news channel. Make sure I've got the volume turned up. We are on our local news channel in the 4:30 hour. I think it was about 4:45 when we were actually on Colo 8 with Sarah Johns here in Reno. And as soon as we get the clip from that, it takes a few days to a week. We'll be able to share that with people who weren't able to watch it. So here comes the book flying through. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. All right. Anyway, we have some fun things happening. The book, when I was in the 900s in its category. And so what Amazon does is it ranks the books, and that has to do with the reviews that are left and the amount of sales for the book. And when you have a bunch of sales and reviews happening in a short period of time, say 24 hours, that's what helps it move up and get noticed more on Facebook, Amazon. So anyway, it's in the hundreds now. It's around 185, I think. So that's really good, I think. And I appreciate everyone for sharing. I just looked at the Where Would You Fly website, and the homepage has been shared nearly 300 times. And I found some comments on there I didn't even know about that have been there because it's a new interface for that website, new to me anyway. So I didn't realize there were some comments there. So I just commented to people who had left comments on there, looking at the Google Pin map that we have on the website, which is really cool. It's interactive. You can move around on it and see where the book has traveled to, and we get to add some more after today. And so I'm going to ask Lillian a couple more questions. And let's see. Oh, and before I forget, on the reviews, if you already have the book, you can still leave a review on Amazon. It's just not considered, I can't remember the word right now, but you can still leave one. It's not a verified purchase on Amazon, which it probably doesn't get as much weight as a verified purchase, but that's okay with us. We don't care about all that stuff. Just as long as you leave us a review, or leave Lillian a review for the book, that would be wonderful. You can go on there and do it, and even if you haven't bought the book from there. Okay, Lillian, you done making faces? You ready to answer some questions? Okay. So, how does it feel having your own published book?
It felt normal at first.
It felt normal at first? I thought you said double. Double. Okay.
No, it felt great.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, that kind of goes with my year this year. The Great 48. Aha! Yes, my birthday was yesterday, as some of you may know. So I get to go around the sun for my 48th time. Can't wait to get some sun, too. Whew, I need some sun. All right. And okay. So how old were you when you first began to write?
4 years old.
You were 4 years old? Really?
Right?
Why are you asking me? Yes. In the book, some of the stories are from when she was 4 years old. Now, I helped her with those, but we sat down together and we had checked out books on how to write stories, and I think I had gone to a seminar because I knew back then that eventually we'd have books and we'd be writing books. And so we sat down, and so you'll see if you already have the book, at the bottom of each story I put the year and how old she was when they were written. So let's see if I can just find one here quickly. And one is about I know the whale who lives in the wooden ocean, and her name is Harriet Smeardo. Didn't we come up with a fun name for her? Anyway, that was written when Lillian was 4, and we wrote that together, and I wrote it out, and she helped with the names, like the name of the school, and the name of the brother and the sister, and what animal that it would be, and it was a whale. So I call Lillian Harriet Smeardo sometimes, being silly. She loves it, and I call her Harriet Smeardo. Anyway, Yeah, so you started when you were 4, and then do you remember how old you were when you took over and started doing it on your own?
I think six maybe.
Yes, when you were 6 years old. I think it was when she was 5 or 6 that my dad bought her one of those little pink Asus, a little tiny cute little computer, and she took over at that point. I bought her name as a domain name, lilliandarnell.com, and she started blogging. Actually, first we started on Pink Elephant Books because that's what we were going to call our publishing company. But we've changed now, and it's actually Loving Kindness Books to kind of flow more with where I'm at in my life. So anyway, so we've got 3 books now. We've got mine that was published in 2012, and Thomas's last year, The Biggest Little Photographer, or actually 2016, and then Lillian's now. And so after a while, when she had taken over, I set up her lilliandarnell.com so she could just go ahead and blog on that. I just showed her how to use it's WordPress. That's what we use for everything because it's easy to learn and it shows up good in search engines. So I showed her how to create a blog post, and she just started off from there. And so that is what is in the book, but not all of the stories are on her website. Some were stories that she handwrote or turned in as assignments that I thought were really cool, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I think that's what I wanted to ask about that. Does anybody have any questions? I'm looking to see if I see any questions here. Thank you, Chris, for sharing the links. And thank you to everybody who shared the links. I mean, it's been incredibly overwhelming to see the amount of people who have shared something, either the website or the Amazon or the videos, whatever it is. And so it's been a busy day. I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell.
And I think
What are you tired for?
I keep yawning and
You keep yawning. Do you have anything to say that you haven't forgot to say, or that you get to say either on the Colloid or interview?
I think so.
That was so fast. Those segments just go so fast. You can't hardly say it. I wanted to say that the book launch for today, and I didn't even get that out because we were talking about other things. So anyway, I guess that's it. We'll come back on maybe one more time before we go to sleep and just let you know if there's any change on where the book stands in the Amazon rankings. And just to thank everybody once more. And also, I'll see if I can come up with a couple more questions that I think that you would find interesting. So anyway, I'm just looking over here to see if you have any questions. And I don't see any. Feel free to ask them afterwards if this has already ended, and we'll come back around and answer them for you, or we'll answer them in the next video if you want. So, is that it? Are we done?
Yeah. Hey.
And this is she doesn't like to be hugged. A lot of people know that. Don't hug me. I don't want to be hugged. I don't get to hug her. I have to sneak them in when she's not looking. I kiss her right there on her head sometimes, and I'm helping her floss her teeth. So, is that all?
I think that's it.
Okay, let's say bye.
Bye. Bye.